I know I was talking to the American, and the Americans really, really sure that they have several overaged people here. But the FILA representative, the representative of the International Wrestling Federation, he was here earlier on today, and he was going through all their passports, every wrestler's passports, and it's checked out pretty well. So I guess it's a matter of, in some cases, say it's you want to have a reason for losing or whatever, I guess.
Okay, we're up to the 74 kilogram class now, Derek. Hirayama Yashinabu of Japan, and the Soviet wrestler Vladimir Dzugutov.
It's the Soviet in this weight class. Fred is two-time European junior champion and a world junior champion. He was also on the Soviet senior team at the World Cup. We're not sure of his placing there. So
he just scored 3 points on a very nice throw there about 20 seconds ago too.
So he's an opponent. He was on the Soviet senior team as well, and he would have been at the Olympics if the Soviet had decided to go. Another throw there, right to the back.
3 more points and danger of a pin here.
You can see the back on this Soviet is extremely powerful. Just his back there ripples, Fred, and he's got the power to pick up his opponents and throw them.
No one appreciates that more right now than his Japanese opponent. 6-0.
Both opponents tied up here now, Fred, looking for an advantage. The Soviet decides to break away, and then they tie back up again. They're trying to upset each other's balance and then go on the attack.
Japanese wrestler trying to go for a leg attack and not having much success at it.
There's a foot sweep there, Fred. The Soviet controlled the upper body of the Japanese wrestler and then took the foot out, knocked him off balance, put him right down. To score a 1-point takedown.
7-0.
That was a different sort of move there, Fred. And he scores points on that there. It's a move I've never seen before. Score now 8-0. Soviet wrestler takes that single leg. He's on that leg very tightly and takes his opponent down.
Another point. 9 now. Japanese wrestler desperately needing points, but I think maybe a bit outclassed in this match.
Yes, he is.
And there comes the towel.
Score 9-0 at the end of the first round, Fred. Again, to remind our viewers, this particular wrestler was also on the the Soviet senior team at the World Cup this year, and probably would have been at the Olympics.
Soviet wrestler getting toweled down.
Notice the difference in the corners in between rounds. They have 1 minute there, and the coaches and the wrestlers do different things. The Japanese coach there goes massaging his opponent's legs, or his wrestler's leg. The wrestler sitting down on the chair, whereas the Soviet wrestler decides to stand up for this entire break, and they just fan him down with a towel.
Well, he looks like he's ready to fight again. Soviet wrestler. Now here comes the Japanese wrestler.
The Soviet wrestler was sent back to the corner. The judge felt there was too much sweat on the body. early in the match, Fred, before the sweat starts to roll, would be a time you would see a throw, and the body is not slippery, and you can get a grip there to throw. Late in the match, it's very hard to throw.
Now the Japanese wrestler gets a leg hold.
He's being countered, though, very successfully. He's at sort of a neutral position right now because the Soviet is putting pressure down, using his upper leg to put pressure, and he goes behind for the point.
You mentioned the
There's a gut
rippling
wrench.
muscles on his back, and he seems to have tremendous upper body strength.
Oh, yes. He just took that gut wrench here. He had a tight waist on the Japanese wrestler, and with the tight waist, then he just rolled over to score the 12th point, and that's decides the match.
So the Soviets have assured themselves at least a tie on this match. They're up 5-1. So the wrestlers are getting bigger. Now we go into the 82 kilogram class. Ito Atsushi for Japan. For the Soviets, Alexander